I'm Joel Bond. The global coronavirus pandemic has left me locked down and stranded on this beautiful Greek island with plenty of time on my hands to make videos for you almost every single day. These are my locked down life lessons brought to you from Greece. Today I want to talk about your most difficult life experience. If you think back in your history about the times in your life that you really struggled or you suffered from pain or hardship, chances are you'll be able to dig up at least one memory. Chances are that those memories will bring back some sort of grief or pain for you, but also a certain amount of lightheartedness as you look at your life now compared to then, thinking, I really thought I wouldn't get through that, but here I am surviving and thriving. One such experience for me happened about 15 years ago. I'd finished a temporary contract of teaching in France and moved back to the United States to my university town. I was taking a part-time job outside of Chicago, basically making ends meet. Around the same time, my father was diagnosed with mental illness, which in turn had a great, deep impact on my own life. I ended up going into a psychotherapy program for 6 months as I processed the emotions and the feelings of what his mental illness was doing in my own life and how it was affecting our entire family. Around the same time as well, my part-time job fell apart. I ended up filing for unemployment benefits, sleeping on friends' sofas, and basically struggling to make ends meet. The fear that I was encountering at that time really drove me to pursue all possible options. I wasn't sure that I'd be able to make ends meet. I didn't know how I would survive. I researched homeless shelters. I was stealing meals from the university canteen by taking my friends' ID cards who were still in school. I did everything I could in order to try and find out what to do next. In the end, a singular option opened up for me: to move to the United Kingdom and take a job at an outdoor activity center. An option that I never would have dreamed of, never would have thought of, or even imagined, and yet ended up being one of the best experiences of my life. It formed and shaped me in ways that I never thought would be imaginable, granted me new citizenship and a second home, gave me new certificates in counseling and teaching English as a second language, new skills in outdoor pursuits and activities, and grew me as a person overall, professionally and personally. I wouldn't trade that experience for anything, and yet it was born out of the hardship and the struggle that I found myself in those post-college years in Chicago. If we take a look at the world around us, we see that the world is steeped in these cycles of birth, death, and rebirth. The season of spring that we're in right now, the season of Easter that we're in, for Passover with our Jewish brothers and sisters, this idea of moving from one season to another, of one stage of life to the next, is definitely a theme that can be mirrored in our own hearts and minds. All new life is born from pain, hardship, suffering. In the current experience that we find ourselves in, quarantined and locked down in various places of the world, it is definitely hard. It is definitely difficult. And it's okay to grieve the loss of a normal. But at the same time, I think it's worthwhile to look forward to the new life that will certainly be birthed out of this experience. Because all good things, all new life, really is born out of struggle. And whatever this struggle is about to give birth to, I'm sure will be far beyond anything we could possibly imagine. I hope that you're doing well, that you're resting in this time, and that you're rejoicing in the fact that something new is coming that will be better, brighter than what we had before. We'll see you tomorrow.